Hey folks, thanks for joining. My name's Whaley. I'm the co-founder and CRO here of Teal. I'm joined by my partner Reid Johnston. He's our CIO. We're
Hello.
back for our our monthly Copilot series. How you
We
doing
could
today,
do this
Reid?
weekly.
What's that?
We could do this weekly with how much stuff changes.
Yeah, we could do it weekly. That's a great idea. How you doing today?
Doing great.
Fantastic. All right. Well, we got some good stuff to talk about today. One of the things that I think we want to start with was instructions or something like that. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so I'm going to jump right into it. So this is kind of a new feature that's been released pretty recently, is custom instructions and memory. So ChatGPT has had this for quite a while, but it's now available in Microsoft 365 Copilot. So I'm in the Copilot chat interface here, and I'm ready to type in a new prompt. If I go up to my settings, this is where I can access some personalization options. First one is custom instructions. So custom instructions tells Copilot a little bit more about you. Now, it already knows a lot about you, right? Because it has access to all of your emails, your meetings, your transcripts, your files. But you can give Copilot some specific instructions on how to act. So I've said I'm a small business CIO and MSP co-founder, but I care the most about how it writes. So I've said, write in a conversational, Spartan tone with less corporate jargon, write like a human, keep it professional but conversational, avoid those M dashes because I can't stand them, avoid buzzwords like streamline and game changing, and avoid sounding like a press release. So I've given Copilot some instructions on
Be clear,
how I
you wrote
want.
that.
I wrote that, yeah, because I think that kind of sounds like me. I don't.
So everybody should go in that's using Copilot should personalize this.
Yeah, you should.
That's where Copilot looks when it says write in your tone or write in the tone of
Yeah,
the
well, you can ask for a formal tone or a casual tone, a professional tone, but this provides a little more context around all of that. So this is really the first thing. The next thing, and I haven't done much with this yet because this is brand new, Copilot memory. So memory, as you're typing with Copilot and chatting with Copilot, you can say remember, and it will take what you've said and put it here. So if you want Copilot to remember that you're going on a trip next week, or if you want Copilot to remember that you're part of the leadership team, or maybe your business has a kind of specific term that you use that means something kind of unconventional, you could put that here, and that'll help as you're interacting with Copilot. So I
can
haven't
you
done.
read you put
Yeah.
it there or can you when you're chatting with Copilot can you use the tag remember?
Yeah, you say remember and then whatever you like. Yep. And then you'll make a list here. It'll build a list here. And then you can remove those memories. So let's try it. I don't know, let's see. Remember, I'm going out of town in 2 weeks. See what happens. Do this live. Got it. So I'm heading out of town. Um, it's offering some help. Not bad. Let's go into those settings now and let's see. Reid Johnston is going out of town in 2 weeks. So I could remove that after. Now I'm curious. It thinks I'm going to go out of town in 2 weeks. Put that in today. 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, will it still be here? Maybe we can follow up on that in a
Yeah,
future future
that's
meeting.
interesting.
So
Um,
yeah,
I know
but
you,
that's pretty
but
cool.
you could actually put in there actually where you're going.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe it'll give me weather information
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. So that's the first one.
I mean, interestingly enough, whenever we travel like to meetings and our EOS quarterly meetings or Evolve meetings or wherever we're going, I use Copilot to I'm going to start to use this and say, remember, I'm going here, and
Mhm.
potentially produce a list of sites I should see.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
AI is a very helpful travel planner. That's for sure.
Next.
All right, so the next one is working with prompt results. And we've talked about this before, but this is an important one, and it's something that everybody should be using. So let's, what's the latest from our marketing team? I'm going to run that prompt. We'll get kind of a summary of what marketing's been doing for Teal lately.
You use a lot of marketing team in your demos.
I do. It's a very active, powerful team, so it's good. Okay, so now I'm getting some responses. Now, typically, when you get a response, the first thing that I think a lot of us think of doing is dragging across some content and
I
maybe
need to
like,
just interrupt, Reid, and say I'm just
yes.
very glad that you got a very long response.
Yeah. So
Because
you're saying the marketing team's doing something?
what if it came back and said oh, nothing or blank?
Maybe I wouldn't have access to it. I mean, if I didn't have access to it, then it would say that.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry to
but
sidetrack us.
that's all right. But so the first instinct a lot of people might have is, oh yeah, I want to take that and I want to put that into something, right? So I'm going to copy it, I'm going to paste it somewhere else. Well, at the bottom of my prompt response, there is a copy. It's going to copy everything.
Mhm.
And maybe I don't want everything. But the really neat part is this edit in pages. So if I click edit in pages, it's going to open up kind of on the right-hand side here. It takes a second. It's going to create a Microsoft Loop component, basically, and take all of that content, including the formatting. So including all the little graphics and formatting and stuff. And now it's in basically a space that I can collaborate with other team members on. That's the neat part. So I can go up here
You're
and I
saying
can,
this is a loop or a
yeah, it's
page?
basically a loop component. Yeah, it's Microsoft Pages, but it's effectively a loop component or a loop, Microsoft Loop. Yeah. So I can hit share and now I can share a link to this entire page to you. Let's do that. I'm going to hit settings, people you choose. I'm going to say GAR, apply. Now I've got a link and I could paste this in a chat. So I don't have my teams running right now. So I guess we can't show that. But the neat part about this is all of my response from Copilot is now here. So if I don't want to include anything about campaigns, I can just delete it, right? If I want to add some additional content, I can use that slash command. And now I've got all these other things that I can add into this little document, basically, that I've created. So I can work with Copilot and then take that output and put it here and share it. There's also a little button up here. I can open it in Word. So let's do that. Now, Copilot is going to take the output and put it right into a Word document. And that might be where people are more familiar to work with. In Word, you've got all the formatting capabilities and all the authoring capabilities. So yeah, there it is. Now I could share it just like any other Word document. So
Do you know where that saves by default?
it's going to drop it. It's going to drop it right in your OneDrive. That's going to be kind of the first place. You can always click on the title up here, and there it is, right in my OneDrive under Documents. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good tip right there. Click on the title in any document. It's going to tell you where it is.
That is an excellent tip. Let's just
All
repeat
right.
it real quick. No, because it is a good tip.
Yeah. When
You
you're in
just
when
repeat it real
you're in
quick.
Word or PowerPoint or Excel and
This
you're
is
not
does has
sure,
nothing to do with Power Copilot.
yeah, nothing to Copilot. Any document that you're in, click on the name. Right up here at the top, it's going to tell you the location. And then you can click on that location and it's going to take you right into that folder where you can see everything else that's in there. I've got all my folders.
That's a great tip. I'm going to use that starting immediately. But that
Cool.
said, coming back to the Copilot piece, this
Yeah.
editing prompt results in pages. which is what we're talking about now. It's something I almost use at least daily, if not many times a day. I'm always in the research agent, and I'll be researching something,
Yep.
and typical for me in my role is when I'm going to talk to someone about our solution, I might want to know about them.
Hmm.
So I prepare with the research agent, and then I might share that with you or Amir or anyone. So I share it in pages. In fact, I'll save that page and I'll put it in our I'll put a link to it in our CRM, so I can always refer to back to that. So if I'm researching a company that I want to talk to, I will do that research agent, save the page, and put the link to that page right in. We use HubSpot right in our HubSpot record for that company.
Yep.
So that's something
Yeah.
I use frequently.
Yeah, it's very helpful. So I've got my content on the right. I've got my Copilot on the left. I added another prompt to my conversation. I said, what are some upcoming posts I should make about this? This being the feedback it gave me. So now I can take that same output and edit in pages, and I can add to this page that I've already created. And what it's going to do is it's going to take that next output and it's going to append it on the bottom. So
Yeah.
all of my conversation responses can come right back into this existing document that I've already started. So,
Yeah, just to clarify that a little bit is when you run a secondary prompt, you can add it to the same page. I'm sorry, you
yep.
can append it as which is the word you use, append it to the same page, or you can uh, start another page.
Yep, create a brand new page with just that response or add it to the existing page that I have open. So very, very helpful, like you said, when you're doing research, when you're preparing for something, when you're interacting with Copilot a lot and you like that response, you want to add it in. Because not all the responses are helpful, right? Depending on what you prompted. So you may not want everything in there. So yeah.
Right. All right, so let's jump. We got a couple more we want to get to before we run out of time. Prompt gallery. You want to talk
Yeah,
about that a little bit?
so sometimes you're not sure like what are some ideas for what I could ask Copilot based on the context that I'm in. So you'll notice that right by that search or right by the message box, kind of always in the upper right hand corner, there's going to be a view prompt box. What Microsoft has done fairly recently, it takes a second to pop up on my machine, but what they've done fairly recently is they've always had this prompt gallery that opens up and you can select, what am I trying to do? I'm asking, I'm catching up, I'm creating, it's going to show you all these different prompt ideas to give you ideas of things that you could ask, but you also have your prompts. So I got one in here from before. Why does Whaley sidetrack so much? If you have a prompt that you like and you want to reuse multiple times, you can save it into your prompt gallery. And these can actually be shared with your team as well, so that others could use the same prompt. So
I feel
the
like you
thing I
might have
wanted to
set that
really
up
highlight was
purposely.
the prompt gallery.
So real quick, close that, go back to the prompt gallery so we can see again real quick how to do it.
Yeah, so down here, I'm at my message. I click on this little view prompt button. That's going to bring up a prompt gallery right here.
Mhm.
And I have got a lot of different options now for
So then how would you save a prompt?
sure. So if I like this particular prompt right here, stay informed, I can click on a save button right there. And it's going to take this prompt and it's going to save it into my prompts.
But
Now, if
I
I'm
feel like
back,
Microsoft didn't wwrite that other prompt. I feel like maybe
yeah,
you
they
wrote it. So
didn't.
how do you save the prompts that you write yourself?
Yeah. So if I go up here, I've got here's my prompt. What are some upcoming social posts? So if I move my mouse over that prompt, now I've got some options here. I can look at that. It's like there it is. If I can hover over save, I could turn this into a scheduled prompt if I want
Oh,
to
okay.
run this on a regular
Which we talked
basis.
about last time.
Yeah, we talked about that before. I can copy a link to this prompt and send that link maybe to you so you could run it right away. But if I hit save, lets me kind of rename it a little bit. I could call it, upcoming social. And then there's the prompt that I typed. So I can hit save. Now it's in my prompt library. So now if I go to this view prompts up here, there it is, upcoming social.
Yeah, great. Good,
Yeah.
good. I think that's pretty clear for everybody to get to. I think we have
Yeah.
got time for one more, and I think we are talking about Copilot and chats.
Yeah. So
And by the way, we have
yeah.
not done our Jill Easter egg yet. So if we could somehow mention Jill
Sure.
in the webinar.
Yeah, so I'm gonna close this here. I'm gonna go open up my side panel, go into chats. There's two parts to this actually. The first one we highlighted before, and since we don't have Teams open right now, we can't show the Copilot in chats. But I'm gonna go in and create a new chat. And the thing that I want to highlight that you can do in Teams or you can do in Copilot chat is using that @ sign. So when you click @ this is where normally in Teams, you're going to tag a person. So I'd like start typing Gar. But when you're in Copilot chat and you use that @ sign, this is how you tag your agents. So this is how you can bring in a conversation with an agent that you've created, like we've created our legal agent, or you can use the researcher agent or the analyst agent that are available from Microsoft. And we were talking about researcher earlier. That's how you prepare for meetings and things.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than finding it in the list, or maybe I have a bunch of agents here, or maybe it's collapsed, so I'm not sure where it is, I can just chat with Copilot agents this way using the @ sign. So yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, we're a bit out of time. We didn't get to that Easter egg, but Reid, this has again been great. Folks, thanks for joining. If you have any questions, there's some information that our marketing team has put in the chats for how to reach out to us. We're happy to take questions and talk more about Copilot. Reid, have a great day. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next month.
Thanks, you too. See ya.
Yeah, bye.